YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, I wasn't expecting to do a second video for today, but we really need to talk about this. I just came across this article that says the $31 trillion question. You all probably know that the U.S.'s debt, the U.S. government's debt, has gone above $31 trillion for the first time here a few days ago. I don't really keep too much track of that because it really doesn't matter. But in a way, it kind of does. I put up a video, I think it was sometime last week, where I said, who the heck do they think they are, meaning the UN, demanding that all central banks pivot and start easing instead of tightening. For those of you that don't know the difference between quantitative easing and quantitative tightening, very simply, when the Federal Reserve or central banks are easing, it means that they're creating money out of thin air by allowing the public, or the economy you may say, to borrow money very cheaply. When they're tightening, they're going ahead and sucking money out of the economy by raising interest rates and making the price that it costs you to borrow money more. So the more that it will cost you to borrow money, meaning the higher the interest rate, the less that people are going to borrow, i.e. creating less money out of thin air, because that is how money is mainly created, is when people borrow. Believe it or not, every time that you swipe your credit card, you just created that money out of thin air. And when you pay off your credit card, you just destroyed that money that you created out of thin air. The same thing works with loans. So when people go borrow money, that is the main way that money is actually created out of thin air. Because believe it or not, when you go borrow that $500,000 or that $1 million or whatever it may be from the bank so that you can get a house, that money the bank doesn't have. They just type that money into creation. On that video, I stated that the Federal Reserve really has nowhere to go. They are stuck between a wall and a rock, or rock and a hard place, something like that, right? The Federal Reserve is stuck. It doesn't matter what they do, ladies and gentlemen. That is why it is so important that you prepare. Get prepared, because this is inevitable. This will happen one way or another, and the final outcome is going to be this. It's going to be that your dollars will be devalued in one way or another. Either they'll be devalued because people are going to lose jobs like crazy, the economy is going to start shutting down, and we will go into a worldwide, what I think will be depression, not recession. I believe we are in a recession right now. Now, this is what I believe, that we are in a recession, not only in this nation, but in most nations around the world. If they continue to tighten, meaning sucking money out of the economies, we will go into a depression. And that's why I've stated several times that many people will lose their jobs, they'll lose their homes, they'll lose their 401ks, everything. So here the UN is asking the Federal Reserve to please be a leader and think about the children. Because if you continue to tighten and interest rates go up, it's going to cost not only our country here in the United States to have to pay more to service the national debt, but it's going to make emerging countries who borrow in dollars have to pay a lot more than what they originally would have paid, and they will end up defaulting, hurting what? Hurting the dollar, i.e. hurting all those nations that depend on the dollar. I want to read a little bit of this, ladies and gentlemen, and it says here, in short, the U.S. is staring at a massive fiscal decision in the coming months and years. The situation isn't insolvable, but it also isn't going to be easy for them to get through it. We are staring at a global recession, in my opinion, depression, but here they say at a minimum, as well as a sovereign debt crisis in the West and in some emerging markets. Turkey has already been blown up. Turkey has had like 80% inflation here in the last month or so, and their people over there are suffering. Why? Because the dollar is going up so high against the emerging market currencies that they have no choice but to inflate, because they can't pay back loans in the same amount that they used to, because the interest rates on the dollar is so high, or the dollar is so high. And one of the reasons why the dollar is getting so high is because the interest rates on the bonds are going up, being set by the Federal Reserve, the Fed fund rate. However, the U.S. is still a major player in the global financial system, and the Federal Reserve, the most powerful of these institutions. Understanding the Fed's role in fixing what is broken is something all sides need to consider. What you need to consider is this, ladies and gentlemen. Do your own research. There is no way out for the Fed. I'm going to try and explain this to you very simply. If the Federal Reserve continues to tighten, meaning that they continue to increase the interest rates. There's a couple of things that is going to happen. Number one, businesses are not going to be able to borrow as much. Why? Because we live in a debt-based economy. All the way from the seed that the farmer has to buy in order to plant that wheat, all the way to where the bread is actually in the store shelf, credit is involved. The more that it costs them to borrow money, the more that it's going to cost for their input costs, right? Making them have to charge more, and it goes all the way down the line, right? From the farmer to the trucker to the facility that processes the wheat into flour, to the trucker, to the facility that processes that flour into bread, to the trucker, to the facilities that distribute the bread amongst all of the supermarkets, to the trucker, then to the supermarket.
I'm telling you right now, you've got to get all over your house, because as you see what the economy is going to go, the house is going to be probably your key
market. There is credit involved in every one of those transactions. So you are going to end up paying more, even though the dollar is becoming stronger because they are increasing interest rates. Another thing that's going to happen is that it's going to cost a lot more fiat currency, i.e. your tax dollars, in order to service the national debt. Obviously, the higher the interest rate is and the higher that the government is paying to borrow money, the higher it is going to cost, the more it's going to cost to service the debt. All of these things factored in is going to cause businesses to shut down, to lay off people, to fire people. Take a look around. I'm sure that you've seen other videos, and I've talked about this too in the past, that businesses are shutting down. They are letting people go. I believe there was an article, I don't think I went over this on a video, but there was an article where it said that at least 50% of American corporations are planning on laying off at least half of their staff coming into 2023. All right, so there's going to be a great downturn in the economy because of this tightening. However,
all right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I look to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders from the great millstone. Shalom to the brothers and sisters in the house of David. Today's date is October 11th, 2022. This the Baram Ash from the lines of 12. Shalom. Yeah, man. This whoo. He's $31 trillion in debt. Boy, man. Hey, it's done. Forget about it. Whoa, wow. That's a big debt, you know. So that's where we at right now. Whole lot of people are gonna lose a whole lot of things, you know. Man, people are gonna lose their homes, jobs, family over this debt. You know? $31 trillion in debt. Sheesh. Woo wee. Man. So yeah, I'll be watching this guy for a couple of months now. He's a good information. He brings a lot of information, good information, you know. I think his channel, or they call him Alaskan Prepper. So he's paying attention, you know, what's going on around the world, you know, especially here in America. You know, he knows that America's dollar's done. That's why he's prepping. He knows this Babylonian America is done, is finished. You know, it's juiced out. You know, it's like when you eat a meat off a bone, and then there's the meat is gone, just the bone. What do you do with that bone? You throw it away. You know, So hey, that's exactly what America it is. It's done its purpose. It's done. It's finished. And what you do with it, hey, you throw that thing away. You know that, and then when it's done, hey, that's when this kingdom's finna fall. Just like the ancient Roman Empire, man. How it runs right. You got the things going on, but they know their economy is finished. That's how they got finished, man. You know, it was weak. So just like America is weak, man. You know, so when it's weak, this is a good time to attack. But so yeah, so he's a good he tells you a lot of good information. I'll be listening to this guy. But he's saying, yeah, so he going into the 31 trillion in debt. So he's 20 by next year, man. It's going to be one hell of a year, 2023. We all know we're at 2022 still, and we got a couple of months. This is only October. It's going to be a dark winter, man. It's going to be dark winter. You see what's going on? People over there, Europe, Germany's going to freeze to death because what happened? That was that Nord Stream, the pipeline got blown up, sabotaged, right? No gas, no heater, no power. Come on, man. So it's gonna be a dark winter. People are gonna go cold, hungry, tired. So they're gonna go buck wild, man, go crazy, So let's go ahead and grab some scriptures. Kind of don't want to make it too long, but the first one I'd like to go. The Habakkuk, the second chapter, and then I'll go straight to the point. It says, Habakkuk 2 verse 6, shall not all this take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with the thick clay. And then let's go ahead and read the NLT version. It says, but soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow waits you thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on? Ooh, hey, payback, But yeah, because if you read up more, the fourth chapter, the fourth verse, says going to behold his soul which is lifted up is not right upright in him. He's a proud man too. Matter of fact, let's go into that. It says, Habakkuk 2 verse 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. NLT version says, look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to the Most High. That's right. You see? So look at the proud, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not right in them, man. But the just shall live by his faith. So all hell's break loose. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, we're still gonna trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, man. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. NLT version says, wealth is treacherous, and ignorant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as grave, and like death they are never satisfied. In their greed they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many people. Man, that's what they did, man. That's what they go out. They're everywhere, man. They got the U.S. embassies, you know. You know what I'm saying? Tech. That's what they do. You know. This dude's a proud man. You know, so they need to keep it at home. You know what I'm saying? So he's everywhere. He's all over the world and being proud. You know. And goes here the point number 6. It says, I read again. It says, shall not all this take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him layeth himself with the thick clay. And then the thick clay.
Strong's H 5671. Avteet. Avteet.
Avteet. It says, online biblical usage, it says, weight of pledges, heavy debts. You see, 31 trillion in debt, man, and counting. This place finna go. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna crash the dollar. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? They finna bring that new currency coming in. You know, all digital money. No more paper money. You know. Hey, you gonna be enslaved, man, to the system now. See? That's what's all come to the wire. So, in heavy debts. That's what's gonna happen, man. A lot of people are gonna get layoffs. They can't borrow no money. They don't know what to do. They're in debt, man. You know, they can't lend you no more money. It's over. See? No more jobs. It's gonna be one hell of winter, man. Cold winter out here. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail breach or rush may do. NLT version says, there is nothing Egypt can do. all are helpless, and the head and the tail, the noble palm branch and the lowly reed, man. There's gonna be no more work, man. It's Egypt here. There's nothing you could do. You know what I'm saying? Nothing you could do. It's over. You can't save it. You can't patch it up. Nothing. This Babylon is falling down, man. You know. And the Most High is judging this place slowly, man. Before you know, he take this place out. So a lot of people is catching hell right now, you know. Judgment. Let's go Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows are darkened. It says, verse 4, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinders is low, and shall rise up, and the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. In the NLT version, it says, remember him before your legs, the guards of your house start to tremble, and before you show your shoulders, the strong men stop. Remember him before your teeth, your few remaining servants stop grinding, and before your eyes, the woman looking through the windows sing dimly. Yeah, man, it's just remember, it says, verse 4, it says, remember him before the door to life opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. Now you rise at the first chirping of the birds, but then all their sounds will grow faint. Yeah, man, this place is dying down, dimly down, man. It's dying. It's, you know, it, must I, woo, it's just destroying this place, man. I mean, shoo wee. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there is really struggling. You know, they can't keep up their paying the you know, they can't keep their, they can't pay. You know, they were all be these people out here. They're really behind. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of debt they had to pay, man. You know, these people ain't gonna make it. These people gonna go buck wild, man. You know, especially coming into 2023. You know, the work ain't gonna be no more work. So prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? That to lose your jobs, but that's what's coming, man. You know, but we just read the scripture in Habakkuk, right? Hey, you know what I'm saying? It says, but the just shall live by his faith. You see, we're going to live by faith, man. That's the only thing we could do is trust in the Lord, Yahweh by Shema Shai. And we're going to live by faith. That's, you know what I'm saying? And hope, you know, and the Most High will take care of his men out there, man, are truly serving the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai, you know, and obey his voice and obey his commandments and statutes and judgments, you know. So we're gonna come to time that we're gonna lose our jobs, man. You know. And so we're gonna live by faith. You know, this place is done, is crumbling. So scripture says rejoice, you know. The Most High have revenge on you, on her, you know. Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall a stone places appear on stone, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound which every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At the time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. Those that dwell therein, the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and 3 hours they shall not run. That's right. Hey, man, this place is done. It's through. And so, hey, this on stone full house of storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. Hey, all the business, there's, you know what I'm saying, here in America is done. It's gonna be empty now. You know, that's why we think you haven't seen remember the store name. Well, there's Kmart. Kmart's gone. There's what's the Albertsons, Lucky's, and then there's the abandoned malls. There's malls got going out of business. You know, it's no more malls, and they got a few left. Even to go in those malls that are still available, they got like a couple of stores are open. You see a lot of stores are gone out of there, man. Or Toys R Us, you know. It's yeah. Oh, it was a Hollywood Blockbuster Videos. Remember them? I remember them. We used to go around to movies. They're gone. You know, this place is through. It's finished. So it's gonna be more people gonna get laid off by this end of this year or next, for sure next year, man. That year is gonna be woo wee. Hell one. That's gonna be a one hell of a year, man. Tell you that. So yeah. So when all this, that's why you see people are prepping. People prepping their food, their weapons, and so pretty much survival, right? See, but hey, we're gonna, but the just shall live by his faith, though. You see, the Most High, Yahweh Shemashai, will take care of his men and his household, man. You know, you keep you warm, keep you fed, you know, so nothing to worry about. You know, all we gotta do is continue to preach and teach His word to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You know, you so-called blasted Spanish and Native Americans, man. You know, hey, the door of mercy is closing, so you better get it hot right now because, hey, man, there's reports that it's gonna be they flirting with the blackouts, man. You know, a EMP could strike or there's hackers will shut down the power grid, man. I mean, watch out for those type of things. But they're flirting with it, you know. The power might go out, you know. So, hey, man, gas is up, man. So it's gonna be crazy out here, you know. I got a couple more. I'll close out. So yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of people fighting against each other because of lack of bread, man. You know, it's cool. They're gonna be desperate. So and they don't care about that's your best friend. They end up killing you and probably eat you alive too, probably. That's how bad it's gonna be out here, you know. What am I here? Okay, let's go. The New Testament. Let's go with you know what? Let's go back to Habakkuk chapter 2. Verse 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's right. So the just shall live by his faith, you know. And let's go to Hebrews chapter 10. Verse 38. It says, now the just shall live by faith. You see? So now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. That's right, man. So if any man, this is right there. It says if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. You see, so that's, hey, you draw back if you want to continue living this world, try to make a career. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, there you go. It says that my soul shall have no pleasure in them, man. You know? It says that now the just shall live by faith because, hey, man, we ready to get the heck out of here. We want this place to be destroyed. It is destroying. You know, it's beautiful to see it. But we want to get out of here, you know? This place is crazy. It says, in the NLT version, says, and my righteous ones will live by faith, but I will take no pleasure in anyone who turns away. Ooh. You turn away against the Most High, he got nothing to do with you, man. You know? Get ready for that judgment, you know? So you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to continue this work. One more. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. A quick one. For we walk by faith, not by sight. There it is. You see? But a lot of people don't have faith, man. They trust in their sight. You know, they're gonna trust this place that can continue for another, another generation. They think that this place finna continue on, man. You got your mind right there. Most likely finna end this. You know, it says in the T version, it says, "For we live by believing and not by seeing." Ooh. I mean, for we live by believing, but we believe, man. We have faith and hope. We trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. You see, if you want to get prepped up, man, you want to get prepped up in His Word. You know what I'm saying? You want to get spiritual prepped up, man. You know, not no carnal things. That carnal things not gonna get you anywhere, you know. But it's gonna last you for a couple of days and you're done. You know, you should got the word, Yahweh Shemashah, you know, and get prepped up. You know. I think I kind of want to bring up one more. I always like to go. I like to go. I like Luke. Just. Let's see. Luke. Bear with me, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to look for the scripture. Oh. Okay. Got it. Book of Luke. Let me see. This is Luke. Yeah, I got Luke. I'm trying to figure out where I could start at. Well, I'll get straight to the point. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and start. Yeah, Luke chapter 21. Verse 34. It says, take heed to yourself, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with servitude and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon your unawares. And the T version says, watch out, don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing and drunkenness and by the worries of this life. Don't let that day catch you unaware. Ooh, see that? We just read it, right? We just read that. You know what I'm saying? In Hebrews, the 10th chapter. You see? In the 10th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, man, we're going to live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul have no pleasure in him. Right? It says, so, you know what I'm saying? Don't let, it says, and by the worries of this life. See, don't worry about it, man, because we're going to have faith. Don't worry, man. Don't worry about it. You worry about losing your job, losing your home, family, your life, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Don't see you warn of this life. Don't let that day catch you unawares. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get caught up. You're gonna be all bugged out. You know what I'm saying? So we just read it. The just will live by faith, man. But the just shall live by his faith. You see? We're gonna trust in the Lord Yahweh by Shemashai, man. It says, verse 35, for as the snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. See, it says, like a trap, for that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. You see, so for as a snare, the trap. You know what I'm saying? So whatever trap, don't get trapped up here on the earth, man. You see, because you're gonna be bugging out. It says, the point. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. It says here, 30 in the NLT version, it says, keep alert at all times, and pray that you might be strong enough to escape this coming horrors. Ooh, hey man, we're in October. People like the Halloween stuff. Shoot, Mosai will give you coming horrors, you know, in your front door, man. And stand before the Son of Man. That's right. You see, brothers and sisters, we gotta watch, keep alert, you know, all times. Let's watch ye therefore and pray always. So we got watch and pray all the time. That way we'll be worthy to escape from what? From the pestilence, from the sword, and from famine, and from wild beasts, man. You know. So that carnal prep is not gonna get you anywhere, man. You know. You gotta be spiritual prepped up here in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, and pray always, man. You know, because we're gonna see some stuff. So with that, I'm gonna end it there. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory, honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders from the great millstone. Shalom to the brothers and sisters of the house of David. Until next time, shalom.